Good morning to you all. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So last day we are solving a problem, and while solving problem, time was over. So I am going to discuss that problem today. So let me share the whiteboard. Are you able to see the whiteboard? Are you able to see the whiteboard?
No, sir.
Whiteboard देख पा रहे हो?
नहीं दिख रहा है।
Okay. Is the whiteboard visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. So the question which we are discussing last day was this problem where the signal yt is given as 5 into 10 to the power 6 minus 6 xt, sigma n is equal to minus infinity to infinity delta t minus nts, and xt is given as 10 cos of 8 pi 10 to the power 3 t where and ts equals 10 microseconds. So this is the sampling time, and when yt is passed through an ideal filter with cutoff frequency 5 kilohertz. So cutoff frequency is also given, and then we have to find out the filter output. So the filter output means whatever what should be the amplitude of the signal, and the signal is what the signal is. Okay. So as we have already seen that,
सर
yes.
सर अभी विश्वजीत सर का भी क्लास चल रहा है।
अभी तो क्लास चल ही रहा है क्या?
अभी यह स्टार्ट हुआ है 10:40 से।
So 10:40 से 1 minute. Wait for a minute. Oh, sorry. Actually, I have scheduled this for EC, and I have written this in. Okay. This is not your class. Just leave the class. If you belongs to electrical department, then please leave the class.
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
Okay, are you able to hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So in the last class, we are discussing a problem of sampling, and today I have to complete that problem first. So let me share the whiteboard. Okay. So if somebody is annotating, writing something, then please don't write here. Okay, so this was the problem which we are discussing in the last class. Okay, so here in the question, yt is given as 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 xt sigma n equals minus infinity to infinity delta t minus nts. And the signal xt is given as 10 cos 8 pi into 10 to the power 3 t. Ts is equals 100 microsecond. Ts, which is the sampling time. So this yt is the signal yt. So this is a sample signal. This yt is the sample signal, and this is passed through an ideal filter with a cutoff frequency 5 kilohertz. So we have seen all these things. So directly I am going to the filter output. Before that, I should write. So here, what is given here, that xt is given as 10 cos of 8 pi into 10 to the power 3t, and from here we have found out that xf, that is the frequency spectrum of the signal, is given as this, where the maximum frequency is 4 kilohertz. Okay, and the amplitude is 5 from the question itself. Okay, so from here we have found out this 4 kilohertz, and here we have find out the magnitude of this frequency spectrum. Also, what is given here, the TS as 1100 microsecond. So we can find out the sampling frequency as 1 by 100 that microsecond, which we have found out as 10 to the power 4 hertz. Okay, so this we have found out the sampling frequency, and also we can write the expression of the input signal or the sample signal. So the sample signal, which we have written as S of t, was written as nothing but this is xt into the delta okay, so xt into delta t. So if we write this in frequency, in terms of frequency, then we have found out fs sigma n equals minus infinity to infinity x of f minus n fs. Okay, so here we can find out the value of sf as what with the value of fs here as the 10 to the power 4 is 10 to the power 4 sigma n equals minus infinity to infinity f of n minus n into 10 to the power 4. Okay, so this is the expression for what, the sample signal. Okay, so this is the sample signal, and the output and we already know that the output is given as what, the output gt, so this output gt is given as gt, or here it is written as yt. Okay, so what we know that the gt is nothing but here what is given here is, if we write it in terms of gt, then it is written as 5 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, so in terms of frequency. So we have found out f here. So S of f. Okay. So G of f is nothing but what? G of f is nothing but the frequency, the spectral component can be written in terms of G of f, and it can be written as 5 into 10 to the power minus 6, and S of f is nothing but 10 to the power 4 sigma n equals minus infinity to infinity f minus n into 10 to the power 4. Okay, so this is the signal which we have to pass through the filter, the reconstruction filter. So actually this signal is what? This is the signal which we have generated after the modulation, means after the sample and hold circuit. So what will be the filter output now? Let us see the spectrum or the signals. What will be present in the spectrum are, so what should be the amplitude of the output signal? The amplitude of the output signal will depend upon the amplitude of the signal which we have got in GF and the SF. So SF जो हमें मिला है, सॉरी XT का जो एम्पलीट्यूड था, XT के जो स्पेक्ट्रल कंपोनेंट का जो एम्पलीट्यूड था, ये क्या होगा? इट विल बी मल्टीप्लाइड विद द एम्पलीट्यूड ऑफ दिस G of f. ये जो सिग्नल हमें मिला है, ये इसके साथ मल्टीप्लाई होगा, तो सो द टोटल एम्पलीट्यूड विल बी 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 5, because 5 was the amplitude of what? Amplitude of the baseband signal. Okay, and this is the amplitude of the component which we have got at the output, which is represented as G of f. So the first spectral component will be what? The first spectral component will be 4K. Okay, 4 kilohertz. What will be the next spectral component? So what will be the next spectral component? We have got the f of s as 10 to the power 4 hertz, that is 10 kilohertz. So fs is 10 kilohertz. So we have this minus 4K and 4K. So minus 4K plus 10, that is 6K. So we have a spectral component as 6K, and 10 plus 4, 14, that is 6K and 14K will be the two spectral components. So as what we are doing here, we are putting these values of n. Okay, so we are putting the values of this n. So this n is an integer, maybe a positive integer or a negative integer. This n is an integer which may be positive or negative, कुछ भी हो सकता है ये. तो पॉजिटिव वैल्यू रखेंगे तो ये सारे वैल्यूज आएंगे, और नेगेटिव रखेंगे तो जस्ट इनके अपोजिट वाले वैल्यूज, दैट इज 4 minus 4K, that minus 6K, minus 10 of K. Okay, so the amplitude is this. The amplitude what I have shown here, 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 5 will be the amplitude, spectral amplitude of the components. Okay, so the amplitude will be what? 5 into 5, that is 25 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, so next is, yes, so what we have found out, we have found out the spectral component of this G of f, whatever we have. Now we have to find out the what, the if this signal is passed through what, passed through an ideal filter with cutoff frequency of 5 kilohertz. Okay, so the cutoff frequency of the filter is given. So the transfer function or the spectral component of the filter can be given as 5K, and it can be represented as h of f. And what should be the amplitude? So yes, what should be the amplitude here? Just wait for a minute. Where is that? Yes. So as the frequency component lying between minus 5k to minus 5k, so it will be 1 by this reciprocal of this 1 by 10k, and the amplitude of this will be what the amplitude we have got here. So the amplitude will be of 25 into 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, sorry, it is minus 6 into 1 by 10 to the power 4. Okay, so the amplitude will be like this, and it will be multiplied by 2. Why? Because we will have a two spectral components. So it will be 25 into 10 to the power what? It will be minus 10 to the power minus 2 equals 25, and into 2, that is 50, into 10 to the power minus 2, which will be equal to 50 10 to the minus 2, that is you can write it like this, or if we will write is, then it will be 5 into 10 to the power minus 1. Okay, so this is the thing which we have got. So what will be the output of the signal now? The output of the filter will be 5. So this will be the amplitude. So 5 into 10 to the power minus 1, that is 0.5. And what will be the spectral component? So spectral component will be the same as of the modulating signal, that is 8.20 to the power minus 3. So we should get this component here itself. So cos 8 pi into 10 to the power minus 10 to the power 3 t, whatever is in the question. So this will be the output of the filter. Okay, so this is the thing which we have to find out, the output of the filter in terms of the magnitude as well as the spectral component. So spectral component वही same रहेगा जो कि इनपुट में पहले हमारे पास था. ओके, सो जो पहले से हमारे पास इनपुट में सिग्नल था, आउटपुट के बाद there will be some change in this part only, and the spectral component will remain the same because there will be some error. Okay, so next we are going to study the pulse time modulation. Okay, PTM. So what this pulse time modulation is? So this pulse time modulation, इसमें क्या होगा? The total pulse width of the signal or the position of the signal will change, but the amplitude of the signal will remain constant. Pulse amplitude modulation में हमने क्या देखा था? PAM में हमने देखा था कि amplitude of the signal is varying based upon the value of the modulating or the baseband signal. But here in this case, the amplitude will not change. Only either the position or the width of the signal will change. So actually, this is divided into two parts: pulse width modulation and pulse position modulation. So pulse width modulation, as the name suggests, the width of the pulse will change according to the amplitude of the modulating signal, and here the position of the pulse will change based on the value of the signal. And pulse position modulation we will get pulse position modulation only after getting the pulse width modulation. Okay, so for generating pulse position modulation, first we have to generate pulse width modulation. So what this pulse width modulation, नाम से ही पता चल रहा है, इस pulse width modulation को pulse duration modulation भी कहते हैं. Okay, सो यहाँ पर जो पल्स के विड्थ में जो वेरिएशन आ रहा है, these may be of different types. Like you can easily understand this by if we are taking two pulses, okay, so and we have a signal as the modulating signal as like this. Okay, so what you can see here, that this is the simple pulse under which we have to modulate the signal. So this is the modulating signal. So इस modulating signal का जो based on the value of this modulating signal, the width of the pulse will change. Okay, so this is the pulse we have taken. This is the pulse we have taken here, and based on the amplitude of the modulating signal, the pulse width will be changed. So ये तीन तरीके से हो सकता है. पहला, so यहाँ पर ये जो pulse है, इस pulse के इस पहले वाले part को हम लोग क्या कहते हैं, ये जो upgoing signal जो दिख रहा है, so this is the, so यहाँ पर दो चीजें हैं, the trailing edge और एक leading edge. Okay, so this is known as leading edge and this is known as trailing edge. So अभी जो पल्स विड्थ वेरी होगा वो बेस्ड ऑन लीडिंग एज हो सकता है, या बेस्ड ऑन ट्रेलिंग एज हो सकता है, या फिर वो बेस्ड ऑन सेंट्रल वैल्यू हो सकता है. तो तीन, बेस्ड ऑन थ्री वैल्यूज वी कैन हैव द विड्थ ऑफ पल्स में वेरी. सो लेट मी ड्रॉ दैट सिग्नल. So अगर हम माने कि द लीडिंग एज विल बी फिक्स्ड, अगर हम लीडिंग एज को फिक्स्ड रखते हैं तो क्या होगा. So the pulse width will be changed based on the leading edge. यहाँ पर हम क्या देख रहे हैं कि at this portion, इस पोर्शन में जो सिग्नल का एम्पलीट्यूड है वो मैक्सिमम है, और इस पोर्शन में सिग्नल का एम्पलीट्यूड मिनिमम है. ओके, so based on these amplitudes of the modulating signal, the pulse width will vary. So पहले केस में हम क्या ले रहे हैं, लीडिंग एज कांस्टेंट ले रहे हैं. ठीक है, लीडिंग एज फिक्स्ड. ओके, और वेरी किसे कर रहे हैं, ट्रेलिंग एज को. तो ट्रेलिंग एज वेरी हो रहा है यहाँ पर ट्रेलिंग एज यहाँ दिखाए हैं. ओके, नाउ एट द सेकेंड pulse what will happen, again the leading edge will be fixed and the trailing edge will be varied. तो यहाँ पर क्या देख रहे हो कि यहाँ पर जो लीडिंग एज है, सो लीडिंग एज को हम लोग ब्लू कलर से दिखा लेते हैं. ओके, सो दैट यू कैन इजीली अंडरस्टूड इट. सो दिस इज द लीडिंग एज, हियर इट इज द लीडिंग एज. तो यहाँ पर क्या है, लीडिंग एज जो है वो कांस्टेंट है, मींस फिक्स्ड है, और सिर्फ ट्रेलिंग एज वेरी हो रहा है. सो बेस्ड ऑन द एम्पलीट्यूड ऑफ द सिग्नल, द ट्रेलिंग एज, द ट्रेलिंग एजेस पोजीशन इज वेरीड. तो यहाँ पर जो विड्थ देख रहे हैं, दिस विड्थ इज मिनिमम. यहाँ पर जो पल्स का विड्थ है वो मिनिमम है, और यहाँ पर पल्स का विड्थ जो है वो मैक्सिमम है, बेस्ड ऑन द एम्पलीट्यूड ऑफ द सिग्नल at this point and at this point, at this range. Okay, second part क्या है, when the trailing edge will be fixed. So the second case will be, so trailing edge इस केस में फिक्स रहेगा, वैरी क्या होगा, लीडिंग एज. Okay, again in the next pulse the trailing edge will remain fixed and the leading edge will change. So यहाँ पर भी क्या देख रहे हैं हम कि पल्स का जो विड्थ है वो यहाँ पर सबसे कम है और यहाँ पर पल्स का विड्थ सबसे ज्यादा है. So this is a pulse width modulation there where the width of the pulse is changing based on the amplitude of the modulating signal. And the third case, so here trailing edge is fixed. Okay, और third case में क्या है, center of the pulse is held constant. Center of the pulse is held constant. So यहाँ पर क्या होगा, दोनों ही ट्रेलिंग एज और लीडिंग एज दोनों ही क्या होंगे, दोनों ही वैरी होंगे अपने पोजीशन पे. सेंटर जो है वो कांस्टेंट रहेगा, मींस द सेंटर ऑफ द पल्स विल बी सेम. जो सेंटर ऑफ पल्स पहले था वही अभी भी रहेगा, लेकिन पहले वाले दोनों केसेस में क्या देखना है कि सेंटर कहीं और है. ओके, सेंटर कहीं और है, बट हियर द सेंटर विल रिमेन फिक्स्ड and the trailing edge and leading edge will vary. Okay, so based on the amplitude of the signal the width of the pulse will be there. So हम क्या देख रहे हैं, पल्स का width जो है वो सेम ही है. जैसा पल्स का width हम यहाँ पर देख रहे हैं, जैसा पल्स का विड्थ यहाँ देख रहे हैं वैसा ही पल्स का विड्थ यहाँ भी है, वैसा ही पल्स का विड्थ यहाँ भी है. बट डिफरेंस क्या है, इस फर्स्ट वाले केस में लीडिंग एज फिक्स्ड है, सेकंड वाले केस में ट्रेलिंग एज फिक्स्ड है, और यहाँ पर सेंटर फिक्स्ड है. और चेंज क्या हो रहा है, लीडिंग एज और ट्रेलिंग एज दोनों ही. ठीक है, तो इन द थर्ड केस व्हाट वी कैन सी दैट द सेंटर इज फिक्स्ड and trailing edge and leading edge are varying. So pulse width modulation. So this is the pulse width modulation where the width of the pulse is changing based on the amplitude of the modulating signal. So this is the graph for pulse width modulation. Pulse width modulation waveform. Okay. Now pulse position modulation में क्या होता है, जब ये pulse width modulation हमें मिल गया तो based on the value of the position, so position will be varied based on the width of the pulse. So let us firstly see the pulse width modulation. After that we will see pulse time modulation. So how we can generate, or one can generate the pulse width modulation. So it can be generated by simply using the monostair multivibrator, which can be made by using the 555 IC. Okay, so let me draw the picture of the 555 timer. So here you can see that it has a trigger input as well as will have a modulating signal. And there is an output with the resistor and capacitor as. So here are the pin numbers which are given in the picture, where a VCC is applied, and this is connected with resistive and a capacitive circuit. So here it is pin number 1, here it is pin number 2, here it is pin number 3, here it is 4, here it is 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so these are the pin numbers of the IC 555 IC. Okay, here it is R and C. So what will happen, this modulator, so this is a pulse modulator. So here it is a pulse modulator, where this is nothing but a monostable multivibrator with input as a modulating signal. Okay, and this input modulating signal will be applied at the control voltage. Okay, so this will control the voltage. So control voltage जो है यहाँ पर जो हम trigger input दे रहे हैं, based on the value of the signal, it is adjusted as 2/3 of VCC. So 2/3 of VCC, it is the control voltage, which is so it is the control voltage. 2/3 of VCC is given as 2/3 of VCC, and the modulating signal. So whatever is the modulating signal here will change the control voltage. Okay, so based on the value of the modulating signal, the control voltage will be changed, and जिसके कारण क्या होता है, जो threshold voltage होता है, that will be changed. So based on the modulating voltage or the modulating signal, there will be change in the control voltage. जिसके कारण क्या होगा, there will be change in threshold value of voltage. जिसके कारण क्या होगा, जो टाइम पीरियड है इसके चार्जिंग का, ओके, सो कैपेसिटर के चार्जिंग का जो टाइम पीरियड है, दैट विल गेट चेंज, जिसके कारण वी विल हैव चेंजेस इन दी वोल्टेज लेवल, आउटपुट वोल्टेज लेवल. आउटपुट वोल्टेज लेवल में कहने का क्या मतलब है, जो कि हमें जो पल्स का विड्थ मिलेगा, दैट विल गेट चेंज बेस्ड अपॉन दी इनपुट सिग्नल. सो इनपुट सिग्नल जैसे हम चेंज कर रहे हैं, देयर विल बी चेंज इन द कंट्रोल वोल्टेज, and due to that the threshold voltage of the signal will change, and due to that the charging or the discharging value of time of the capacitor will change. Okay, so as the change in the threshold value of the voltage will change, there will be change in the time period to charge the capacitor. So in this way हमें जो सिग्नल मिलेगा, that will be a modulated signal at the output. So this is the pulse modulator or the pulse width modulator, which can be given by this pulse. Next is the demodulator part of the signal. Demodulator means the signal what we have get here, it can be demodulated by using the arrangement which I am showing here. So here there is an input signal for the demodulation. For the demodulation part, we will have a PWM signal, and this PWM signal is given to Schmitt trigger. A Schmitt trigger, and this is given to ramp generator. So we will see graphically that how the signal we are obtaining. Okay. Also, this is given to synchronization pulse generator. And the output, whatever we will get, will be given to an adder, so that the output will get added. Okay. And then they are given to a level shifter. Then rectifier, and then to a low pass filter. Hence, we will get a demodulated output signal. Okay, so this is the very basic block diagram for the demodulation, and we can see the signal as the output or the modulating signal at the receiver side. Okay, so this is the output signal. Let us see the output signal in the next page. Please rejoin again as the time